Hello, my friends. Welcome back at Petra's Cauldron. I'm Petra. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're new to my channel, you're always in for a little treat because I never know what I'm going to do. Sometimes I'm going to cook, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm building up a tent, and sometimes I talk about some stuff. So which is happening today? Actually, yesterday. The worst thing ever what a chef or a hobby cook can happen is what? I show you. This baby broke down. Oh no, my stove. My absolute favorite stove broke down. So I was just done cooking last night. And we were sitting down at a table. And actually I brought over my stuff to the table. So then I came back and Greg was still in the kitchen. He says, where's this noise coming from? And I said, what noise are you talking about? And he said, it's coming from a stove. I said, what? From a stove? Nose? Yeah, some noise. And I said, let me see what that is. So we both tried to check it out. So we checked out. So the stove was turned off. Every plate was off. And I used only 2 of them. So, but the noise was still there. And then Greg went over the heating spots. And he says, but this is generating more heat. I don't understand what is going on here. I said, me neither. And I said to him, I said, you know what? Be on the safe side. Go in the garage and turn off the switch. So, and he says, okay, so he did. And immediately it stopped heating up. And I said, okay, I guess the stove took a hit. Oh no, my stove is broken. I can't believe this. And then Greg asked me, he says, how old is it? I said, I don't know. I said, okay. I said, we have the house now here 7 years. I said, then we lived someplace else before 4 years. So it's probably about 11 years old. And I can't remember if we bought it at that place or the other place before, the house we owned before. And I said, if that is the case, then the stove is even older than that. And he says, oh, God, good grief. So now I'm without a stove. So Greg was kind of bummed. I was kind of bummed. But then I said, you know what? Let's make a learning experience out of this. I said, I know we have another stove in the garage. You know, when we moved into our home here, this house came already with a perfectly brand new fine stove. But I didn't want it because I had the induction stove. And I said, you know what, let's put the brand new stove into the garage and I'm going to use this one. He says, yeah, let's do it. So I still have the brand new stove in the garage, so I don't have to run out and buy a new one. But here's the thing. And I thought, oh, you know what, we're going to learn all about it. Let's see what cooking utensils and vessels and cauldrons we have in order, you know, to cook. And he says, yeah, okay, let's do it. And then I remembered in one place of the homes where we were renting before for a short period of time, before this house was done, finished building, I bought this. So, and I bought this baby here a long time ago. It's called New Wave, and it is a precision induction cooktop. It's kind of like the same thing, induction, as we have here. See? But just on a much smaller scale. So I'm safe. And then Greg put out our Insta crock pot, so he made a chili for himself. I'm not a chili fan, but here, see, that's a chili. So if you want to have the recipe, I think Greg has to make it again. That way, you know, you can have the recipe and see what it tastes like. So we have now already 2 cauldrons. So that's 2 cauldrons. I know I have many more. I think I have about 6 or 7 different types of cauldrons too. You know, from indoor pizza, indoor grilling, indoor all kinds of stuff. Panini press and all kinds of stuff. So I think, you know, we are safe. We can use that. But here I am and I'm hungry. I got to eat something. And since I'm not a chili fan, not really, besides Greg makes the best chili ever, but I'm still not a chili fan. There's something in it I just doesn't, it's not my thing. Maybe it's my German heritage, I don't know. Sue me. So I've been thinking, okay, what can I make for lunch for myself, you know, what goes quick and easy. So and I thought I'm going to make myself, so I've been thinking I'm going to make myself some scrambled eggs with cheese, some leftover bacon, and jalapeno is in here, and what else is in it? Yeah, some herbs and spices, some parsley. On my bread, I'm going to fry this bread, and I will be adding some of the green onions, lots of cheese, a little salt, and my spicy stuff, my pepper flakes, the Korean ones. So, and I am going to make it on my little induction plate. So let's start. So at first I'm going to put this one here on medium low, which is 175, and I put it on start. Have a little oil in your skillet or cauldron. Oh, I haven't heard that voice or that noise in a long time. You can see it starts right away melting, which is beautiful. So when this becomes a little more hot, I'm going to keep the buttered side up and I'm going to put the dry side down. So have it a little crossy from both sides, you know, not a whole lot, just a little bit. So yeah, so I will see what I can do. Haven't done that in a long time. I hope that you have seen maybe one of my other videos. The one with the tent is very interesting. So it shows you that you really can do backyard camping. And Greg and I, we are planning to do it very soon again because it was so much fun. So, and while this is in your skillet, which I have done already, take out your 2 eggs. I'm not going to use 3 but 2. And scramble it just a little bit, not too much. Some people, they love to have a little oil in it, milk in it. I'm not a fan of it. I didn't grow up with that. My grandma and my mom never did it, but this works too. So let it brown from both sides, and when this is happening, then it comes out, and then we're going to start with our scrambled eggs, okay? It's very simple. So you can see here, it has become nice golden brown. Now I'm going to take it out because I don't want to have it too brown, you know? So now it's time to have my leftover ham and some sausage and onions in here. To warm it up because there is fat in it, so it needs to be warmed up just a little bit. It's warmed up. Now it's going to come out back into my little bowl. So now I'm going to put in my scrambled eggs. Put it in all what you have. So now this is just for me, one person. So if you want to have scrambled eggs for many more different people, then put more in it, you know. So some of the green stuff on here, put some of the salt on here, as much as you please. Everybody's different, and I like my spicy stuff. So now the difference is between American and European people, I think. That's what I have observed so far. We don't scramble our eggs and make little crumbles out of it, you know. So we have it kind of like in bigger pieces, like so, you know. So that's how we like it. Now I will be adding some of my cheese just on top of it. This is going to be extra delicious. It's a fast fix. My broken stove. Oh no! Oh, at first I was devastated. I said, no, not now. But then Holly, my friend, said, I spoke to her today, and she says, no, how old is your stove? And I said, it's about 10, 11 years old at least. She says, that's normal. Normally stoves and all bigger appliances, they only last for, what, 7 years. I said, what? I said, that's a rape. Oh, I shouldn't say that, sorry. They're using us. So yeah, that's bad. So now let it brown from both sides and getting ready, and then it goes on to my bread. Now it's time to add my sausage crumbs in here. There's also chopped down garlic and also onions, so very delicious. So just fold it over like so. And my omelette, not omelette, but my scrambled eggs are almost done. See, that's how we do it. Bigger pieces, not two smaller pieces. Now to transfer it to your bread. So this is done. Now I'm going to pause this and going to turn it off. Let it see here. See, this is beautiful. This is what it looks like. Isn't that awesome? Yeah, clear, done. Now it goes onto my bread. Now if you like, you can have some other sausages underneath of it also. Whatever you please. You can have a nice salad with that. But this is enough food. This is great. Yeah. Put this on and done. Unplug it. Very important. You gotta unplug this baby. Sprinkle some more of that cheese on it just because we can. I love cheese. The more the better. what cheese you can use, anything, any cheese you want. So I just happened to have the yellow cheddar, sharp cheddar, whatever, here, and I said, okay, I'm going to use that. It's perfect. So I'm almost done. This is what it looks like, but I like a little salad with that, so I'm going to put a little salad on the side, like so. I'm actually making my Korean salad, so, and it's still draining, and I thought, oh, this is going to be nice. So this is my salad. Look at this. Isn't that beautiful? That's absolutely gorgeous for my scrambled eggs on my bread with my broken stove. So I'm not going to put extra on top of it because I want to leave it just like so. This is what it looks like. And it's going to be fast and easy and simple. And you saw it's only, what, 10 minutes from start to finish. Now I'm going to eat it. Absolutely delicious. Can't wait to dig in. So, that's it for now. So crunchy. Look at this. I love it. I just love it. So, please, if you liked anything on my video, please like and subscribe. It will help my channel to grow a little better. Share this video for people you know who maybe have a broken stove at home too. Or just like scrambled eggs, the German way. Yeah, I like to say thank you for stopping by. Share, like, subscribe, and yeah, and I hope I get to see you soon again in my next video. And then I would like to say, see you later, alligator. Tschüss.